Luke, continuing the path of the righteous Gentile. Chapter 3, Returning to God. If a person has transgressed one or all of the 7 Noahide commandments, either willfully or unintentionally, when he repents, he is obligated to confess verbally, specifically his sins before the God of kindness, blessed be he. How should he confess? He should speak words to this effect: I beseech you, God, I have sinned unintentionally, or I have transgressed willingly. I have acted out of spite before you, and I have done such and such. I regret my actions and am ashamed of them, and will not do such and such again. This is the essence of confession. Anyone who increases the content of his confession and elaborates upon it is praiseworthy. A punishment imposed on a person by a Noahide court of law serves as an atonement for the transgression if the person confesses his sin to God in the above manner. Similarly, if one injures a friend or causes him monetary loss, even if he has paid back what he owes, he is not atoned for his transgression until he confesses to God and resolves never to repeat such a deed again. Repentance atones for all sins, even if one is evil all the days of his life and returns to God on the last of his days. None of his wickedness is mentioned to him in the divine judgment. What is complete repentance? If, after having confessed, it occurs to the person to repeat the transgression done in the past, and if the opportunity to do it arises, and if he resists and refrains from doing it solely because of his repentance and not because of his fear of anyone, a policeman for instance, and not because he is too weak physically and can no longer do it, then he has achieved complete repentance. For example, if a man has had a forbidden relationship with a woman, and he has repented and confessed, and after a time it happens that he finds himself alone with her again, and now he resists and does not transgress, this is a person who has done complete repentance. If a person returns to God, repenting of his transgressions only in his old age, at a time of life when he is no longer able to repeat the transgressions of the past, although this is not the highest form of repentance, it does help the person, and he is considered a true penitent who has returned to God. Even if one transgresses all his life and repents the days of his death and dies a penitent, all his sins are forgiven. Thus, if one remembers his Creator and returns to him before he dies, he is forgiven. And what is repentance? It is when the sinner abandons his sin, removing it from his thoughts, and is completely resolved not to do it again. Consequently, he regrets what has happened in the past and accepts God, the knower of secrets, as his witness that he will never return to such a sin again, and he needs to confess verbally and state the resolutions that he made in his heart. One who confesses with words and does not resolve in his heart to leave his sin is like one who immerses in a ritual pool while grasping a dead rat in his hand. The immersion in the pool brings no purification till he discards the unclean object.